Hello there, and welcome back to the channel and my little bit of Mexico. So in this video I'm going to talk about a compatriot, a gentleman by the name of Richard Hart, who's been a little bit in the news this week here in Mexico, and what he said has rather incensed me as well. Surprisingly, this video also surfaced in India, as I saw it on a YouTube video a little bit earlier. So who exactly is Richard Hart? Well, apparently, and I've never heard of him before until this week, he's a British chef and he became a baker some years ago. And he set up a bakery in San Francisco, apparently. He's a good baker, apparently one of the best in the world, but apparently he is actually the best baker in the world, according to one foodie magazine. Strangely, that foodie magazine was created by his wife. How do you become the best baker in the world if your wife happens to run the magazine? Yeah, suspicious that, isn't it? Somehow I think Paul Hollywood is far better. So, why exactly is he in the news here? I mean, some British baker that I've never heard of, that apparently is pretty good. So why exactly is Richard Hart in the news here and also in India? Well, what he did was something you just don't do here in Mexico, and that was to insult Mexican culture. But he insulted Mexican food culture as well. He said that Mexico has no baking or bread culture. And then he went on to say that the torta, that beloved sandwich, which I adore, is made with an industrialized white bread, which is absolutely ugly. He insulted the bolillo. How can anybody do such a thing? To insult the bolillo, which is of French descent, is just beyond the pale. Yes, I know, Mr. Hart, that Mexico doesn't have the same bread and baking culture as Europe and Britain, but you're forgetting that wheat never existed in Mexico and Latin America until the Spanish conquered the place. I mean, a lot of the breads that you see and you buy here in Mexico, like the bolillo and others, didn't arrive until the mid-1800s when French introduced their culture to Mexico. But, I mean, Britain, Europe, you had a head start on Mexico. I mean, Mexico has made up and has produced some wonderful breads. But to say that somewhere doesn't have the same baking and bread culture as you're used to is just a ludicrous statement. It's one that just doesn't stand. I mean, didn't you do any history? Didn't you look at the culture before? Looking at the breads that came from from France during the reign of Napoleon here in Mexico. To say that there's no baking culture is like saying that, I don't know, Britain has no culture making tortillas. You know, it's just, I don't know, I'm just so incensed by this idiot, really. I must get out of the state that I'm in. Does Hart actually remember the kind of bread that Britain used to make its sandwiches with? That mass-produced white bread that they sent out to the world? I don't know. I think he thinks sourdough bread is the only kind of bread there is. I mean, I don't know what the fascination with sourdough bread is. It's bread. That's it. It may be a little better, but you can't come to a country and insult the bread and get away with it. I mean, everybody would have been fine if he'd insulted Bimbo and their bread, as it is really industrialized. But when it comes to a torta, the people selling the tortas in whichever place you are, Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, or wherever, the tortas, well, the bread, the bolillos, margaritas, birrotes, lagunitas are always made locally. They're not industrialized. But to actually insult the bolillo in Mexico City, he went too far. He also said that Mexican sweetbreads are not bread at all. They're cakes. Now that is insulting the concha as well. And many other breads too. What an idiot. Strangely, after his comments, he's somehow lost the majority of his Mexican customers. I think he lost all of his Mexican customers, to be honest. But I guess, as his bakery is in the popular Roma district of Mexico City, which is now becoming very gentrified, he'll still have all of his customers who have gentrified the area, those immigrants from the United States, those expats from the United States, that community of digital nomads who come to Mexico, especially Mexico City, piss off the locals and increase the prices of rentals. They will still visit his place and are willing to pay 200 pesos for a coffee and a cookie. Who can charge that much in Mexico for I don't know how big they are, a cookie or a large biscuit and a cup of coffee? It's ludicrous. I mean, to charge so highly here in Mexico, it just smacks of sheer arrogance and a lack of understanding of where you are. I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know really if in Britain they would pay what is more or less 10 quid for a cookie or a cake, little cake like cupcake or whatever, and a coffee. I don't think they would put up with that either. maybe here in Monterey and that rich area called San Pedro, oh, they would pay that much because they're into such things. But I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, what was he thinking? I mean, charging such a high price and saying what he did, to be honest. One simply does not insult Mexico and its culture, especially its food culture. And this has been seen before. I think there was an Argentinian actor who insulted the women of Mexico, and somehow he didn't get any work afterwards. And singers have done the same. And people just don't buy their music after. And it's definitely like putting a nail into your professional coffin. So crazy to do such a thing. His bakery is called the Green Rhino. I can't remember the reason he did give it. I wonder how long this bakery is going to last. And really, I hope it's not too long to do such a thing. He really should have used his brain, shouldn't he? Anyway, I would say that Richard Hart wins the prize of Arsehole of the Year, as we would put as a prize in Britain. Basically, it's like to say Pendejo del Año, and he's certainly won that. So, please like and subscribe from those buttons below. Thank you for watching my little kind of rant. Bye for now.